Hi everybody, this video is sponsored by contribution from Rainbow, and here's her story. Hi Ollie, thanks for doing a video for me on my narky siblings called When the Narcissist Flying Monkey Comes Crawling to You. I am writing again to ask for your opinion on something that took place many years ago as well, because ever since my parents died and I started finding out what in the hell happened to me as far as narc abuse is concerned, I have ping-ponged around with the many roles my parents played in all this. Also, I had just seen my oldest sister as the main narc abuser because she was so overt with her vitriol towards me that it was relatively easy to put it together. However, just like in your last video you did for me, my younger sister's crap is really surfacing for me, and I want to know the Ollie take on all this. So here it goes. In October of 1998, I left the city where I lived with my first husband and went right into a whirlwind romance with my current husband of 17 years. I moved about 10 minutes away from my hometown where our parents and all but one sibling still lived. Despite the odds being against that new romance working, we built a happy life together and we are still very much in love after 17 years of marriage. Anyway, I moved right into a place together with my boyfriend, who is my husband now, and my younger sister let it be known that she didn't approve. She stated emphatically that she felt bad for my ex-husband, who has only showed interest in me once I left him, and was boo-hooing to all my family to get them to manipulate me into going back to him. He was a bad husband, and I made the right decision. She told me she was siding with him and had no interest in meeting my new guy. Just let me state for the record that since her late 20s, she is now almost 50, she has had numerous men in and out of she and her daughter's lives, letting them live with her and ultimately betray her. I never once judged her. She felt entitled to judge me, and at the time, I was childless. Right. The rules that apply to them don't apply to you. She wants you with your ex-husband because the ex-husband was a piece of shit, and she's so goddamn jealous of you, she don't want to see you happy regardless. So then in an offensive fuck you maneuver, she had arranged to host Thanksgiving at her house. Until then, for our entire lives, Thanksgiving had always been at mom and dad's. My boyfriend, who is now my husband, had plans to spend Thanksgiving with his teenage son, and I supported that fully. My plan for the day, since I was only a few minutes away from home, was to spend the holiday with my family of origin. It was just assumed. It had always been this way. However, no one told me Thanksgiving wasn't going to be at mom and dad's. Holy shit, this is Thanksgiving 1998. I had that fight go down on Thanksgiving 1998, the first time I tried to go no contact. Must have been something in the narc air, Thanksgiving 98. I made my usual side dish and was calling my mom to see what would be good for them for me to show up. Note, I had been working on my codependency issues and was trying to model good boundaries, but not just by showing up whenever it suited me. No one answered, and I found that odd. So I tried my mom's cell phone, which at the time she rarely used. And she actually answered. She said, "Hi, honey, happy Thanksgiving." I said, "Hey, Ma, thanks, back at you. What time do you want me over there today?" Sorry, this whole screen shifted. "What time do you want me over there today?" She said, "What do you mean?" "We're headed over to Julie's." Made up my first name. "We're having Thanksgiving there this year." I said, "Wait, what?" No one said anything to me. Then it occurred to me that this was intentional. I said, "My God, she's leaving me out of Thanksgiving." My mom says, "Oh, I'm sure you're invited." Excuse me, but do I need an invitation to a well-established family holiday? Am I wrong here? I said, "No, I don't feel okay about this. I mean, if it's an innocent oversight, then just let me know. But this feels intentional since she flat out told me she was angry with me for leaving Jack. She said, I'm sure she didn't mean it. I'll find out what's going on and call you back." No call ever came. I got so mad and then very depressed. I refused to go over there. I spent the holiday buying rounds and dinner for a homeless gal at a hotel restaurant that I could walk to. I gave her a few bucks to take the train to her brother's house. I felt so heartbroken and alone. Even the homeless lady had family to go to. On Sunday after the holiday, I went to see my parents, and my mom said, we got there and asked her, and she told us that she had not invited you. We couldn't believe it. She's very upset with you. Of course, we were all mad as hell and chewed her out good, but she was unwavering. I asked, but you stayed anyway, right? That seemed okay with you? She said, well, of course not, but what could we do? Dinner was on the table, and all the grandkids were there. I nodded, trying to keep it together. I waited a few minutes and then said I had plans to meet a friend and would talk about this later. We never talked about it. Yeah. What your mother should have done is picked up and said, you either get your sister over here right now or we're all leaving. What a see, and this is typical fucking this is how you get trapped. Oh, we were all so mad. Really? Really? But there was nothing you could do. Why, cunt? Why? Why did you sit there and shovel fucking turkey into your fat fucking face? This is the gaslighting. These are the morsels and the crumbs that we accept. Fuck that shit. Years went by, and as my older sister, Narcissist, along with my flying monkey younger sister, the one who pulled the Thanksgiving stunt, revved up their game of leaving me out of events. I started to wise up just how deliberate and mean it all been. That was really the painful part, when I started to see the sick tapestry being woven together before your eyes. My younger sister has glossed over all her reasons for treating me like shit back then and made a feeble apology. They assumed that I should get over it. I believe now it was just to keep me hoovered in so that they continue to feed off my pain. I let her get by with it, I suppose, because seeing the truth about all of them in one big chunk of time was so excruciatingly painful. I know that I already know the answers here, but I am writing because somehow hearing you say it on a video, dissecting it all and commenting makes me feel better about it all. Perhaps it's the validation I will never get from them. And perhaps someone else may benefit from the story. I look forward to your autopsy on this one. Thanks for all you do. Hugs, Rainbow. Isn't it interesting? Because I remember when the flying monkey comes crawling back to you. Isn't it interesting how your younger sister came crawling back to you after all this fucking bullshit? This is why I tell you, once you cut these fucking people out of your life, they are going to turn on each other and then come crawling back to you. Look at the manipulation that went on here just to be fucking cruel and to cut you out, hoping you'd show up so they can embarrass you even more. But when you cut that fucking supply off, they got it because they're fucking cannibals and vampires, and then they turn on each other. And then that same younger sister who was a co-conspirator and all that comes crawling back to you. Why? Just so they can get the old dynamic back, because she's the one feeling that older sister's fucking cuntiness. Let them all go. You know what? Let them all fuck themselves. Let them all sit there at the next Thanksgiving. Let them sit there eating a fucking bag of dicks, because that's what they goddamn deserve. All of them. Your mother, your father, everybody who stayed there in 1998 and didn't walk out. They were telling you right there and then what you meant in your life. Throwing you little morsels. Oh, this is so wrong. Fuck you. You know how many times I've heard, oh, we know about your mother. We know what's going on. We know my whole fucking life. But nobody did anything about it. Nobody did anything about it in any of our fucking lives. That's why you cut these fucking monsters off and let them eat each other. That's why that younger sister came crawling back to you, as they always will. That's why I was able to make the video for you when when the narcissist flying monkey comes crawling back to you because of this shit. Because of this shit right here. Once you cut it off and they got nobody to turn on anymore, and you're living there happy for 17 years with this husband that they tried to sabotage your relationship with, that's why it's killing them. That's why they're turning on each other, and that's why the younger sister came crawling back to you. Like I told you in the first video, and this just solidifies it even more. But yeah, Thanksgiving 1998 was a shitty one for me too, because that was the fight, because I wouldn't let my parents use my fucking Macy's card. Wouldn't let my parents use my Macy's account on Black Friday to get an extra 20% off of some fucking jewelry that they didn't need. And that was the first one. And that is where it came, where my father was called Macy's Credit, as me under my social security number, asking them fucking questions, and I got that call. Same fucking Thanksgiving. So take heart, you aren't the only one miserable. Thanksgiving 1998. But thank you, Rainbow, for your support. And thank you for the follow-up and the story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a narcissist you want to expose or a topic you'd like me to cover, you know what to do with the PayPal link in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you. This is Ollie Matthews. I'll see you all again real soon.